Hey, hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey
We're back
there.
on time.
Hello.
Hey, Purr.
Hello, I'm driving.
Yeah, y'all don't pay attention to TJ. She's got to touch a road rage.
Just a minute
DJ
ago,
is
right before we
bringing
went live, she
DJ
was
is
shouting at
bringing the
people.
old style live back, where we have one person still in the car as we stand.
Yeah,
Shout out to the old fans.
Yeah.
they know.
hmm And in a callback to the past, tonight's subject is
That,
Ziggy, but not
uh-huh.
Ziggy on her own. The whole circus has been out this
Hey,
weekend
tits.
with everybody. Oh,
Pearl? Pearl, where'd you go?
Pearl.
I heard, before. God
I
let him.
realized that I had a hidden window open that still had YouTube on it. I've now found it and closed it. But for a moment there, it
I
wasn't on
switched
any of
out.
the tabs that I could see because it had been minimized on a separate window. And I was thinking, where the hell is my voice coming from?
I've done that. I've done that. I hate it. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the heck?
I was having a moment where I was flipping through the tabs trying to find YouTube and thinking, I can't see YouTube. Where is YouTube playing? I can't see. Oh, no, there's another window. So sorry about that. Yes, that was me echoing. Yeah, the whole circus has been in town this weekend with people who really shouldn't have an opinion on the Caminelli situation because they certainly never seemed to give a damn before. Suddenly,
Right.
everybody and their neighbour has an opinion on what's going on with Caminelli. We're not really going to go into the ins and outs of what they have done and what they are doing, other than to look at the way that it's been responded to. It is a really delicate situation. Don't misread that as us supporting where they are. We already made clear several months back that we no longer felt that we were in a position to support them, and that if other people chose to support them, they should do it on their own decision and not because we somehow vouched for them, because we very much couldn't. And that
Mm-hmm.
was because we were seeing things happening in conversations with us.
Yeah.
Things were obviously very wrong. And I think everybody can see that now. And it's no surprise to me that there are people coming forward with tales of having given them money and being asked for money because that is an experience, not to the same extent. And we've very much all been in that same situation. That
Yeah.
being said, we're also aware, not me directly, but I know a couple of the other ladies, and especially don't have it in my family, but there is a very dear person out there that I love very much, grown to love very much, who is she's the poster girl for me on making this work, getting out of this situation, getting your sobriety and your recovery together and moving forward. And I'm going to shout out Six Up. I'm not going to necessarily ask her to come up because I know that this is immensely difficult for her, and especially as she was the one who was saying all this ages back, and I thought that she was going over the top, and I called her out for it. And once
Mm-hmm.
again, I find myself in the position of saying, Six Up was right, I was wrong. If you've ever watched Good Omens, I'm going to start doing the dance. You were right, I was wrong. um, but I'm not going to ask her to come up, but because of her experiences and what I know, and the people that I know through the jerks who've had family members who've been in this position, I am not willing to put my foot on their neck right at this
Right.
very vulnerable moment. There's a difference between talking about not supporting them and talking about the shit show that has arisen around them this weekend and
Mm-hmm.
going in on them. I
I agree.
don't want to be responsible for pushing people who are right on the edge over the edge. That doesn't mean that I'm giving them any money. It doesn't mean that I'm saying that what they're doing or how they're living is fine. I'm
No.
saying that I'm not willing to knock them. I'm not willing to step on them while they're already down on the floor. Now, some people will say that's a weak move. I'm not worried about that. They're entitled to their opinion. This is mine.
Yeah. I see both sides of the coin. I see, and I'll make this brief. I see that, yes, some of it does need to be brought to the forefront because of the whole money aspect and where it's going. Then I also see the other side where this is people's lives and there are real people on the other side of this and two little children that need their parents to get it together. And I do mean get it together and get it together fast while you got the time. But I'm in the same mindset. I am not okay with pushing somebody while they're already down because we already seen it. And my God, they don't need our help. Okay. That's just how I feel about it. Don't give them any money. If you want to pray for them, if you want to think about them and wish them the best, that's the best way to do it. Did I lose sound again?
No, you didn't, darling. I think we're all quite somber thinking about it. What I would say is if you feel that urge that you want to reach out to them or you want to help financially, tell yourself there will become a time in the future, perhaps, that they're out of rehab and that they'll need help rebuilding. Save yourself for then. And if that day never comes, then with the thoughts of them in your mind, use it in a useful way. At the moment, I can guarantee that anything that you give is not going to be used in any responsible way and it will not help them. And
No.
I hate saying that. And I'm not saying it I'm not saying it out of bitterness because I feel like I was taken. Anything that I have given is on me. I take responsibility for that. Everybody has to. But I am really concerned for them, and I am concerned that you get to that situation where not making a decision is almost easier than making a decision. And then you reach that stage of what they call passive suicidal ideation, which is when you're not directly going to do anything, but if something happens, you're fine with it. And that worries me. And that's what I very much see in them at the moment. So I'm not willing to push them over the edge there. I really desperately hope that they will reach the bottom and they will do something. People have offered to get them into a place where they can stay together. Yeah. Anyway, of course, in the great scheme of things, Ziggy had to make this about her.
Of course. Now, we couldn't have it any other way. Ziggy's going to make this about her and rewrite history or try to rewrite history.
And then us, and then Cindy as well, you know, her 3 favorite topics.
You know, it's funny to me that we are always being accused of talking about Ziggy, yet she hasn't been brought up in, God, I don't know how long. But yet she's over there mentioning us and Cindy without mentioning it. Well, she's definitely mentioning Cindy. But okay, Ziggy, go ahead. Oh, and one more thing. Flip-flop, you named yourself well. Flip your flop over there and stay over there. That, good Lord. Some of y'all confuse me. I hate to call out a subscriber directly, but my God. Have you no shame? Well, I mean, how can it be 4 or 5 months? Oh, how horrible. Oh my gosh, that's horrible what Ziggy done. And then you're like, I'm so sorry about everything I said to you. Nothing changed. It still happened. But let me digress off that for a minute.
6 Up says she hasn't even seen what we're about to play. Well, steel yourself because Soup was ready to go live at 6 a.m.
I swear I was. I was.
I know there's this whole supposed etiquette that subscribers are not to be called out. I very much agree where you say the subscribers are not responsible for the creator's opinion, as in just by merely being in the chat, it doesn't mean they agree with the creator. They shouldn't be called out for what the creator says. I'm absolutely behind that. But if I am watching a creator and I see in their chat, you are talking about a situation that directly involved me and that you appear to know nothing about, but you have a really hearty opinion about, believe me, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to put you straight. And if that's a problem for you, then maybe you don't want to say things about people that I'm involved with in the chat. If you're willing to publish in words on the World Wide Web your opinion of something, then don't be a little... Don't be afraid. Don't think that you are protected and that your opinion can't be held up for scrutiny. If you don't want your opinion held up to scrutiny, don't share it on the World Wide Web.
Unfortunately, Blair.
Is Ziggy still a thing? Unfortunately, yes.
A thing is probably the right word.
We were partially listening to your live earlier, and we're very much coming back to it. And I loved your T-shirt. I want your T-shirt very much because existing out of spite could be my motto.
Yeah,
I'm alive out of spite.
Existing out of spite.
Ziggy's always going to be a thing when she brings up Cindy's name.
Oh, yeah.
And she's got a new, also, which I warned everybody this would happen. Once she got called out for everything that she done, watch out. There will be a new rollover of subscribers that hadn't been here when it happened. And that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, she's sitting just fine.
Oh, and she keeps doing the routine of how she put the phone call out, and the phone call proves everything. It proves Cindy a liar. The phone call is very much edited, but unfortunately, when you did put the phone call out, you left that little bit in where you say, "I didn't want to ask you," which gives away the fact that the bit you edited out was you asking.
Yeah, you kind of forgot that part. But Ziggy attempts to rewrite history in this whole Cam and Allie situation. So, should we go ahead and play it, or you?
Yep, we are starting at 12 minutes and 45 seconds. I will quickly fill the chat in on what the first 12 minutes are about so that you're not missing out on anything that we should have included. The first 12 minutes consist of Ziggy admitting, in her own words, her fat ass plopped down too hard on the recliner, and the recliner now has a spring issue. So if you hear any noises, it's the dodgy recliner. Here starts the recliner grift. And then it's a whole thing of how she was too lazy to get her script filled out for her antidepressants, but she took advice from the chat and spent $47, I think it was, speaking to an online doctor who gave her prescription without her actually having to move her ass out of the broken recliner. That is the first 12 minutes and 45 seconds. You're welcome. We'll now move on to something that actually matters.
Here we go.
Hey, Flip Flop, Jane. Yeah, Chloe. Basically trying to, I can't even believe it, guys. It's unreal to me. But if anybody is wanting to hear, it's on my channel. Actually, I don't know if one of the mods would be able to find it for me. My call with Cindy over the loan. She was commenting under White Boy's video, claiming that she's a victim of me. So she's at it again, trying to get sympathy. She's been paid back for a year freaking now, almost.
Has it been a year?
It's been about 9 months. That's only because we were absolutely lambasting her and she didn't have a choice. And that's why we did it. We were determined that you were going to pay that money back. And it took the dragging of your life for somebody else to pay it for you. Let's not kid ourselves here. Right. Cindy is not whoring for attention, as you so delightfully express it, by talking about this over in White Boy Lockdown Radio. What she's doing is alerting people to the fact that this is your way of moving.
Yeah.
You say that she's doing it for attention and you paid the money back. And then what happened to the jab?
Yeah. Oh, you forgot about
Cindy,
that.
was it? Wasn't
What
just
about-
Cindy, was it, Ziggy?
Yeah.
The jab was all in defending you against the situation with Cindy, right up until the moment that you did exactly the same thing to her, asking people for money on the down low, and then when they aren't forthcoming anymore, and they dare to speak up or say something to you like, get a fucking job, then you completely throw your toys out of the pram. But you refuse to get your ass out of the recliner. No, it's not just about Cindy. Cindy was warning those people.
That's all.
As Cindy should, because she has personal experience of it. And
She
if you
has
don't like it, then you know what to do. Change your behavior.
Also, Cindy can speak on this all she wants. You act like Cindy doesn't have a right to speak on this through experience. Ziggy, she does. She can, she will, when and where she wants. You don't control her. Do you understand that?
And if you start speaking about it, then we'll start speaking about you. That's how it goes. You make choices. You could have left it alone that she decided to speak about her own situation. But no, you still want to sort of play this whole thing out as if you're somehow the victim. But anyway, we'll carry on because you're going to say a few things that are quite interesting that I can't wait to comment on.
Focus on the solutions. It's so good to see you. Welcome back.
And the calls out there, how it completely went down. But I saw a white boy saying, oh, deleting anybody sticking up for me and trying to give proof. He's trying to push a narrative, but the phone call's out there, like of how it happened exactly. People are trying to rewrite history. I don't know.
Aren't they? Oh, aren't they just, Ziggy?
I was just about to say, you couldn't be more. I agree with you on one thing, Ziggy, the rewriting of history that you are trying to do. Trying to rewrite history. Shut up. You know why you're stuttering, Ziggy? Because that's what you're doing. You don't speak with any convict. You know what? Let me get through this.
Like I thought at first, I felt bad for Cindy at first. Like I thought she was like brainwashed or something. Seriously. At first I thought she was just like, but it's the fact that she comes around and goes to this video and it's just like the attention. She just loves like attention. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. She just wants attention, and it's crazy. But I learned a huge lesson with that situation. So, but my situation was nothing.
Did you though? Did you learn a lesson? Or did in fact somebody like the jab learn the lesson that defending you in this situation with Cindy and giving money like Cindy did ends up with you being the next Cindy, bad-mouthed, ostracized, attacked by the chat?
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't learned no lesson. She's still sitting on her ass, letting everybody pay her bills.
She still needs people to pay her electric bill. Let's keep it real. This was just what, a month ago? She needed somebody to pay her electric bill again?
And a rent.
And her rent and this and that and the third. Good Lord, lady, you ain't nobody to come up here and talk about anybody. Cam and Allie's situation, that is not one, Ziggy, that you're equipped to speak about. You're just not.
Like the Cam and Allie thing, okay? At all. At all. Not even close. So don't even try it. The phone call is out there.
The edited phone call is indeed out there. I urge you all to listen to the phone call, and particularly that bit where she says, I was really worried about asking you. But remember, she didn't ask. She just throws that in out of nowhere for no apparent reason. It's not like the phone call's edited or anything.
Right.
I just put a link in the chat for that video I have of that phone call and how she says, I didn't know how I was going to ask. I was like, oh, well, no, that sounds dumb.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So that link's there if anybody wants a receipt.
I urge you to, definitely. And Eliza always brings the receipts, which is one of the things that I love about her. Yeah, it's not at all like Kaminali. For one reason, you're a healthy person who could actually go out and get a job. In many sort of ways, they're far worse off than you. And yes, the sums appear to be far larger. And I certainly do not have any sympathy with the way things have been going. But we're a year on. It's well over a year now since this terrible moment of grief where you lost the love of your life who you'd been trying to get a protection order out against because you were seeing another man. But somehow you're still not moving and still not getting a job and still not supporting yourself efficiently. But yeah, it's not at all like Kaminali.
Well, I appreciate you, Flip Flop, for coming and apologizing to me, but I just, they're gonna try that bullshit again. But I'm not gonna sit there and go back and forth about it anymore. I'm just not.
Real quickly, I want to say she will sit there and she will go back and forth. She'll sit in that broken recliner and she will stare up at the ceiling, squealing like a pig, probably later on tonight, because you know that her windmillers are in the chat now in the bushes, running it back to her. Yes, she will. She will sit there and do it all.
Bugsy Flip Flop went in there apparently and apologised for judging Ziggy so harshly and being so wrong about her. Congratulations, Flip Flop.
You lived up to your name.
Yourself. As the famous meme goes, you played yourself. If you're happy over there, I am happy for you to be over there. Keep a watch on your wallet.
Yeah. Well, maybe she'll have some money that she can fund old Ziggy and get her a wrench and be top mod.
Pay those bills for.
Yeah. Good luck to you, Flip Flop.
And I was conflicted again over last time I talked about Kim and Ali. I felt the same way after, just conflicted feeling over, because one part of me feels really bad for him, and then I start to kind of doubt or kind of wonder if I shouldn't have even mentioned anything, even though I don't know.
Yeah, it never stops you though, does it? What speed are we on, just out of interest?
Regular speed. You want me to
I think we need to go to 120. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's given me whiplash, and I would prefer it being a little faster whiplash because my God.
Yeah, she was really conflicted. She couldn't get on a live fast enough, could she?
Just paid. What else is there? I don't know. I have no idea, but I might end up having to take her to court if it freaking doesn't stop. It's
right there where I
sped up just at the wrong moment.
Time, because she says, and I quote, talking about Cindy, and I might end up having to take her to court. Are you okay? Are you?
Do you remember her threatening this?
Yes.
Last time when we were in the midst of it, she kept threatening and we kept saying, just what I'm going to say now, do it. Do it, Ziggy. Take it to court. I can't wait. I can't wait to be on Zoom giving evidence against you. Nothing would make me happier. I have no fear of it whatsoever. We know exactly what went down. If we need to find Lolita wherever the hell she is and dig her up, we'll do that. Do it. Do it.
It sounds like we buried her and dig her
Well,
up.
I mean, on the
She
fact that, everybody thinks that we're in touch. We're not. But I tell you what, I'm sure that she would come back to join the gang to see you in court.
Oh, God. And you know what? You know what annoys me about that statement? She ain't got money to pay her bills, or the basic bills. And she's talking about getting a lawyer. Oh, Ziggy, girl, sit down.
We know she's talking absolute rubbish. I've heard her threaten this before. She's going to take action against us. No, it never happens. But I wish it would. I seriously wish
I'm
it would.
being honest. Yeah, I actually wish it would. And why did I just tell her to sit down when that's where she is?
Did she ever get up?
Sitting down already.
She's sitting down. Yeah, looking
Was
up.
she going to take that lawyer money out of her rent? Yeah.
She ain't got no money.
Okay, Ziggy.
And if you
She
get
can't afford lunch. She can't afford her own lunch.
No.
It's going to be an absolutely amazing court case. Woman accurately describes loaning money, all the money being taken, fighting to get it paid back, ongoing sort of argument over it. Where is the crime? It might be the person who phoned up and asked for the credit to be extended.
Like, actually, she owes me money. She reversed $1,000 worth of shit. I'm not gonna. It's just so tiring, guys.
Prove it.
She did not get any money back. That is a lie.
It's an absolute
Ziggy,
lie. That's
you're a
what I'm
liar.
saying. Prove it.
A forensic
Show us
audit would be
everything.
interesting.
The shit that comes out of her mouth. I just wouldn't talk.
If that was true, then why would Ziggy had to pay the $7,500 back? Wouldn't it have only been, if Cindy had got $1,000 back, then
it would have reversed to the card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have had to pay that much back. So Ziggy, you're stupid.
Stupid.
Loan cam money. Saying, I know how you feel, Ziggy. The same to me. I know. I'm telling you, this lady has problems. I seriously, for the longest time, though, thought that she was being manipulated. But now it makes sense. Like, think about it.
She was being manipulated, but not by us.
Not like you wish that it was.
She was manipulated before she came to us and said, oh, we have a problem.
Pearl,
Ziggy, you were her manipulator. It was you, Ziggy.
It was you. Yeah. Did you want me to go to another timestamp or keep playing on this one?
Where are we?
Let me look real quick. We're at 17:12.
Right, we're going to 23 minutes, so we're still going to carry on for a bit yet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I remember you saying something about timestamps, so I wanted to make sure.
I'm trying to, but to be honest, it's really difficult. She's all over the place. You can't cut a good chunk out because she scatters things that you need to hear in with stuff that you don't want to hear. It's a nightmare.
It truly is, but she does make it good for fair use commentary. She really does, because you can't help but stop it every 10 seconds and just go off.
The loan that she did for me was all for attention. It wasn't for the right reasons. She did that loan. She came to me and offered it to me and begged me not to tell anybody. Then she went and told people and then made me look bad for keeping it quiet. And she was using it as oh, I was the one that helped Ziggy type thing, right? But then when she saw that she was starting to get negativity for loaning me money, she changed her tone. And she has not stopped.
Yeah. Who gave her negativity for loaning? We didn't even.
Wow. The alarm went off for Cindy. The alarm went off for Cindy when she loaned a credit card to Ziggy to pay a couple of months' rent and fix her car. And within 2 weeks, so I believe it was 10 days, not quite positive. I know it was within 2 weeks, that card was maxed.
It maxed out completely.
That's when Cindy came to us very concerned.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
Cindy
Like I
didn't
said,
brag to
Ziggy, you're
anybody. Cindy
stupid.
didn't brag to anybody that she was helping. We did not know that Cindy had helped you at all until 10 days after it happened. You had maxed out the card. That's $500 a day you were spending. And somebody phoned up and asked for the credit to be extended. Now, fortunately, that was turned down and a letter was sent to Cindy. It was that point when you'd maxed the credit out that she came to the leader and said, I think I've made a huge mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we found out. All this talk about her bragging that she helped and then negative attention, that's all bullshit. That is rewriting of history. It's not how it went down at all. And it was at that point that we tried to give you a hint in a community post saying, because some of the people were also being exploited who were older by another channel owner. And we posted a general thing saying, older people, please, will you keep control over your money? We had no interest in outing Cindy.
No.
We were trying to warn people to not give money blindly to younger creators who were leeching off them. And you saw that post about what was considered elder abuse. You flipped your wig and immediately assumed it was about you. I presume guilty conscience. And you went live and you mentioned Cindy. And then we didn't have any choice but to talk about it.
And now here we are. And let me remind you, Ziggy, there is so many receipts out there, and we have no problem gathering them all together again. They are safely tucked away. So all that rewriting of history you want to do, I'm going to have to let you know that it's not going to go down that easy, okay? Just
the videos are still sitting on the other channel. The videos, the lives, all the receipts, they're still sitting on Circle Jerk over there. Nobody's taken those down.
Yep, they're still there.
Oh, I won't, Lucky Lou. I'm good. But I'm just saying, like, if that shit comes out again, because I saw the screenshots that people were sending me and what White Boy was saying, like, he was deleting any comments that were trying to explain the situation from my side, I guess. Literally, the whole transaction is on, of the phone call is on YouTube. How much more evidence do you need? You know what I mean? There's nothing to figure out. People are trying to make something out of nothing because they so bad want me to look a certain way.
You don't have a side, Ziggy.
And what sense does that make? Does that make any lick of sense to you all? Because they so bad want me to look a certain way. Give me 5 more hours and I'll get this sentence out. Does that make any sense to anybody? God.
No. Her side is she's a damn thief. She scammed Cindy for money. Then she got somebody else to pay it back. She still owes Cindy money. End of story. Anybody that believes otherwise is a damn fool.
Mm-hmm. So you can sit over there and windmill for old Zigster all you want to. You look silly, but okay.
And she's still sitting on her lives over there, scamming other people for money to pay her bills.
Just like
is there a way that we can? Is there a way that we can see the live chat on this rather than Ziggy's little circle?
Yeah, I can rearrange it.
But these people over there, even if they're ignorant of what went down with Cindy and just buy wholesale Ziggy's story about it, how many weeks ago was it that the jab went through the same thing? How many times are you going to see this happen to someone before you put the numbers together and get the right answer?
Exactly. I didn't borrow under false pretenses. Oh, and yes, she knew I was getting a car. That was the main thing I needed, was a vehicle. I saw something else about White Boy saying something about, she knew that was what I was getting was a vehicle. It's all there, out there, guys. I'd love for her to come up on panel and talk to just me and explain to me where she's coming from, but she won't do it because she knows she's in the wrong.
She won't do it because the 2 times that she's attempted to do it, Ziggy, you've muted her and kicked her off.
I was big Pearl. I couldn't get to that unmute quick enough. You remember that time that Cindy went up there and she squalled the whole time, Ziggy, and looked away. I'm telling y'all, she had that office chair turned away, looking at the corner, at the ceiling. Instead of, and this is when some of her subs that are still there now were like, whoa, Ziggy, you're way off here. This is wrong. Okay. Even then, there were people that they're still there, unfortunately, whatever. They were like.
And then she argued the toss with them about whether she'd said that Cindy's son had died.
Yeah.
Which she had. She did say that he died. And then she was absolutely mad raging at them because they said, oh, no, don't say that and don't say that. And she said, I didn't say it. Okay.
She said it.
And then, of course, when she spent all that time and we realised that what was being said about Lolita was correct, and she demanded that she got a apology from us, I said to her, drop the link. I was done. Yep. I went up there and I said that you'll get an apology from me when Arizona freezes over and the cows come skating home. I will never apologise because of the things that you've done. And so you turned out to have some correct facts about Lolita. All you wanted to do was trying to destroy the channel. And she couldn't handle that either. She muted me and I refused to stay up looking like I've got nothing to say when in fact you're not allowing me to speak. So I dropped. But I have no problem catching a link.
No problem. But this is what she does for anybody that may be lost or confused or willfully ignorant. She will drop you a link. You'll go up. You'll try to have a conversation. She'll squall in hysterics and act a fool, mute you, drop you, the end. There is no conversation to be had. So kill that noise.
She won't face just me one-on-one because she wouldn't be able to win. And it's not about winning or losing at all, but she just wants the attention so bad.
You are so
and then
so
lied
stupid.
About what they want.
While you've been going on, oh, she wants the attention. She wants the attention. Who of you out here have seen Cindy around the chat?
Have it.
I'll give you the answer. It'll be none of you. The most you'll get is an occasional hello, because do you know what Cindy's doing?
Oh, I do.
Cindy and her husband have bought a beautiful beach house in a separate part of the country. She's renovating it. We've been talking to all the wonderful times she's had, the choices that she's making, how much she's enjoying the warm weather. She isn't desperate for your attention at all. She's got great plans and she's acting and doing stuff that you could only dream of.
And this is true. Honestly, she really is living her best life. Ziggy girl, you're still sitting on that brown, broke down recliner with them angry curtains behind you, drinking on Diet Coke, staring at the ceiling. Now, come on. I don't know who you're. Yeah, I do.
And scratching her ass.
Yes.
And her head.
Cindy's out there putting money into the economy. She's actually paying people money who are providing work. Wonderful thing. Not money going down the pan. Fortunately, we got that money back for her. But only because we harassed you. And that's why you hate our guts. And I'm fine with that. I'm so fine with that.
The money for Miss Peggy. Luminous, are you still feeling bad? I've noticed that you're been more quiet. No, I just get so tired of the people here in this community that have integrity is a thing that just is very rare in this community.
This nut has got the nerve to talk about integrity. If you know what.
I can't see what minute we're on.
Oh God, hold on, I'll tell you. Integrity, 20 minutes and 35 seconds.
I think we can go forward to 28 minutes now.
Okay, on my way.
Way to, and they're using their benefit, unlawfully. I disagree with that, but I support law enforcement. It sucks that there is a lot of law enforcement and people in power who abuse it, for sure. A big majority, but it's not all of them. Yeah.
Oh God, Pearl, is this it? Is this the part?
No, the summer comment is still a way off yet, but I'm ready when we get there.
Okay.
It's 1 hour and 13 minutes is the summer comment, but we're still a way off yet.
These dogs are so annoying. Because it makes them look bad. Like she likes drama. I call it like she loves attention. I call her attention whore, and I know people think, oh, that's so disrespectful. And I felt bad the first time I said it because she is like my elder and stuff. But like, what else do you call it at this point? Like, come on, Like if somebody paid you back, you got your money back. What is going on?
Here's the interesting thing, Ziggy. If you stab me and I get stitched up and heal over, it doesn't mean I was never stabbed. Just because we absolutely rattled you to the point where, in order to get us to leave you alone, you arranged for somebody else to pay that money. That doesn't mean that the con didn't happen.
Hey, traders.
Yeah, hey, traders, good to see you.
And my God, y'all, a couple of things drive me nuts. Long intros, hellos to everybody. Hey, traders. And dogs barking in the background. Phew. What else? There's a lot. That's one of them.
You have a stalker who's a cop? Speaking of stalker and possessed, what has Daisy been up to these days? Has she been? She's been. I haven't heard much from her. Hey, Kimberly. Was the amount really 15,000? Cam and I got from the lady. It seems like a lot. It was 14,000 because 5,500. The lady paid for the lawyers, which doesn't even make sense because they were asking other people for money for lawyers. So I don't understand that, but it's just frustrating. I feel bad. I honestly did feel a little bit bad last night. Like, oh, should I have not talked about them or whatever?
Can we pause for a second?
I hated
Ziggy, why don't we just start adding up your tabs and see how many thousands of dollars you owe?
That's what I'm thinking.
And then you get on there and talk about what somebody else owes, because just off the top of my head, I would just take a gander that you probably owe well over $14,000 to a whole lot of people. Ziggy, you're stupid.
It's the strangest people that are talking about this situation. It's people that have actually really scammed the community. God, I'm saying community now.
This sucked you in.
Yeah.
This heifer just lights me up. Y'all know she does.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting there watching him sit there and lie, and it's just frustrating because there was a lie for everything. It was somebody else's fault. It was CPS's fault. It was his mom's fault. It was, even when
isn't it frustrating, Zig?
Somebody scamming for money who's got an excuse for everything? Don't say. Tell me it's not so, Zig.
How dare they? Like, that's not cool and stuff, dude.
She always had problems for all of our answers, and I'll just leave it at that.
We had solutions. She had more problems.
That was the thing that we actually did say in conversation at one point when there were so many offers of help and constructive things being offered to Cam and Ali, both from us and via us. And every time, every solution was met with a problem, a reason why they couldn't do this and they couldn't do that. And the only thing that would make it right would be some amount of money. And in conversations between ourselves, it was like, feels like Ziggy all over again. Whatever you suggest, no, that can't possibly work.
No. Job? Did somebody say job? Oh, no. Ziggy will completely flip out on a live if anybody spells job in her chat. Like, she will lose. Go over there, and when she goes live, she will later. We'll have her squalling at the ceiling later. Go over there and type job in her chat and see what happens.
Ali wrote them, like everything had an excuse or a reason, and but not like it didn't really make sense though. 23K from 2 people in total. 17,000 from the senior citizen, and so from another one under 23 to 24,000. That's what I'm saying.
That dog hates her, okay? That dog hates her. What is happening? And she's over there trying to do math. That's happening.
Like, it looks like to me it's not a same situation as mine at all. It looks like to me that there's multiple people. I'm assuming there probably is more out there. And it's just a matter of time before more people come out. I think if they just
did you tell on yourself there, Zig?
Owned up to what?
It's not the same situation as me at all. There are multiple people that Cam and Ali scammed. All right. So is that you confessing to having scammed someone?
It
Seems
like
an odd choice of, doesn't it? Freudian slip.
Bit of a Freudian slip. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like one.
What really was going on. But see, the thing is, they're in court too, so they don't want to admit anything. That's another thing too. I guess they want to. But why? Why? I mean, at this point, they're caught. He thinks he's going to get out of a criminal charge. Well, so he had made these people believe that he was getting a large tax refund, and he was pay it right back. Like it was no problem.
How long does this noise with this dog go on? It sounds like an angry weed eater.
Only a couple of minutes more, thank God. But unfortunately, this is pretty critical sort of stuff with her slipping up and saying that they scammed more people, which again implies that she's admitting to scamming one. And then her talking about legal situations. So unfortunately, this is a bit we need to listen to. I think that if we could run the dog through a dog translator, the dog would be going, I can't believe the fucking nerve of you talking about this on the line.
It is, let me tell you, it's got a lot to say. It's cussing her out. It's it won't stop. It's pissed.
Problem. But yeah, I mean, people loaning the money too have to take some responsibility as well. You do. But it's never good to take advantage of somebody's kindness. You know what I mean? Too, on the other hand.
Oh my God!
Hello. R.I.P. Irony, who died this day, 17th of December 2023, killed by a Ziggy live. Irony could no longer take the force upon itself and collapsed.
And notice, the more she lies, the angrier the dog gets.
The dog has had enough.
It is pissed. It can't take it anymore.
The dog's trying to leave.
That's why she freaked out. Why they freaked out on me when I said I was going to contact her husband. Well, it's her boyfriend. I was going to contact.
Let me tell you who she's talking about here. The little old spiteful bitch is talking about Cindy. Cindy's husband, boyfriend, it don't matter. Ziggy, how are you doing?
You're so clueless, Ziggy. The reason that we, as you so politely put it, freaked out when you talked about Cindy's relationship was because you were trying to make out that she was somehow mentally deficient and that you were going to contact her husband and say that you thought that she'd had some sort of breakdown. We were annoyed by the way you're presenting that. We didn't have any fears about you talking to Larry. We spoke to Larry.
We spoke to Larry.
And let him know exactly the amount and everything that had gone on. And do you know what his response was? He said,
do it.
Well, we'll get through this. We'll sort it out. Never mind. We'll work out. I might have to take that card off you, Cindy. And that was it. He adores that woman. He knows that she would give this. This is a woman who has literally emptied her bag out into a carry bag and given somebody the purse that they admired. He knows who he's been with for decades. He's aware.
He knows. Yeah, he knows.
He just wasn't aware of this particular amount of money going up so fast. We didn't have any fear of Larry having an opinion or doing anything terrible. We know Larry.
Yeah.
What we disliked is you trying to play the game of threatening Cindy by saying that you were going to talk to her partner. It's not your place.
No. But you know what? I thought, well, if she wants to embarrass herself like that, go ahead. Because it wouldn't have gone like like she's trying to convince herself and others it would have gone. That would have been.
No, it wouldn't have.
No.
Contact him. And they gave me so many problems because she was like putting out horrible like things about me, like really defaming stuff. And
the truth.
I just didn't understand it. And I was going to ask like her husband if he gave her to, I don't know. I never did, but they flipped out. But they flipped out that I put out the phone call between me and her about how it happened and how it went down. Well, if you wouldn't lie, I wouldn't have to put out the phone call.
And you flipped out that she put out text messages from you and that we showed them because they were disgusting. They were insulting. They were hateful. You abused her. You talked about her mental state. And when you say that she put out horrible things, the horrible things that you put out were your words. I agree. They were horrible.
But I'm not going to sit there and let people rewrite freaking history. And when I have a phone call that I could just put out and it will show everybody how the whole thing went down.
Again, there's a link from Eliza.
Ziggy's a horrible.
Eliza made a great video about this phone call and the reality of it. I urge you to go and listen to it. And if you decide that you want to go and listen to it via Ziggy, please do. But remember that little bit where she says that she was really worried and felt foolish about asking. Why do you mention that you're worried about asking if you never asked?
She even says, well, I didn't say it like that. In other words, how she asked. Like she was trying to remember how she asked. She goes, well, I didn't say it like that. I've got 2 videos, at least, on my channel. That one of them is the messages that Ziggy left after Cindy let her use this credit card. When Cindy got upset, she left very, very abusive voice messages for Cindy. And those are on my channel as well.
I hate to interrupt this program, but guess what, y'all? Guess what? It's snowing outside.
Oh my gosh.
It's been snow since 2018. Now, look, it ain't going to be a lot, but it's exciting for me to see snow. Okay, back to our program.
It's been snowing here all day.
Person for putting it out there, and it's like, what? I can't win for nothing.
No, Ziggy, you can't win. You never win when you play dirty. See, that's why you keep losing. That's why your karma is instant. Pay attention.
really see, though, one thing that was concerning about what the lady said on White Boys, though, that I was talking about yesterday, she said, this is what it just bugs me. This just shows you guys how damaging the misinformation people purposely put out to muddy the waters, how damaging it is. She goes on White Boys, the lady who loaned the money, and states that since she had seen how CPS did Don and Candace and how much, how they had screwed over Don and Candace, she was afraid for Cam and Allie with them dealing with CPS.
That dog's pissed off again, y'all. Okay, Pearl, do you want me to keep going? Did I lose sound?
I hear you.
Okay.
What time stamp are we on, darling?
Give me just a second. 37:11.
No, we've got to go on for about another 8 minutes.
Okay, just making sure.
I know, Lucky. Hey, Sharon. So if there's people that actually believe this stuff out there, like that actually really believe that CPS like stole the kids from Don and Candace. Like, I thought people were just saying that because they want to confuse everybody and stuff, but no, there's people who actually freaking believe it. Oh, and then, yeah, somebody sent me pictures of Cam's hand. It was so swollen.
Now, here's the question. Do we want to listen to Ziggy talking about this, or do we want to move on? Because on the one side, it's interesting that she keeps saying she doesn't want to focus on what an awful situation they're in and she feels bad. But then she's continually doing it. This next section that's coming up, she has photo images of Cam's hand. Now, Cam's hand is swollen. It looks like it's infected. It's not the hand that was burnt, it's the other hand. So she shows several different images of that. And again, she keeps on about how she feels bad about it, but then she'll show another picture. And then she's got a whole collage of pictures that she's got from Justin, which is a sort of... a collage of them through time, showing sort of... so I don't know whether we want to skip through that or not. What are your feelings, people?
Skip it. What do y'all think?
In which case, what do you
I'm
think,
good
girls?
with skipping it. I think they've been exploited enough with the photos on YouTube already.
Yeah. People are aware. If they've got eyes in their head, they will have seen, even if you've just seen some of the shorts that he's done.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You've seen enough. So probably going to go to 1 hour, 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Is this the part that's had you up? Oh, God, Pearl, you've cracked me up.
It's leading up to it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh, really? You think that Cher sent Mark to go get her daughters in USA and bring them back to Canada and they never met the man? Oh, hell no. Oh, that's awkward. Hell to no. Right? Poison Ivy, I agree. I really do too. And, and we will support them 100%. If he comes on here and he just is honest, I swear I will advocate for them. And I want to encourage others too as well. But that's if they choose the honorable path. Just $2 a week, two boys, barely teenagers. They might not even be yet. Can't remember when DoorDash to pay bills. I don't know. Honestly, when I put it past him on the drugs, they can't do DoorDash. I did hear him say he has vehicle trouble, so.
Did you catch that poor lost person in Ziggy's chat?
I did. Bless their heart.
There is a person there in Ziggy's chat. I can't see the name because the screen is really small for me, but They're there saying, well, why don't they do DoorDash or something like that? Yes, please do encourage the people who can barely stay awake on a live to get behind the wheel of a car, take people's money and offer to deliver stuff. I mean, that sounds like a brilliant idea. You are obviously a person of great discernment and taste, and I understand why you're in Ziggy's chat. You are there complaining that the two people who are barely alive are not working and scamming for money, while sitting in the chat of an able-bodied woman of 42 who refuses to get a job, who has a car, who could DoorDash, who could have at any stage over the last 12 months got herself into some sort of working situation for money. The cards say you will be coming into money at the end of the month if you get a fucking job. But she never listens to the cards.
Even the wires, the waving
even
wires.
the wires.
Yeah.
Say that is the way to get money. Working will get you money. But no, Ziggy does not work. And the person in the chat is lambasting Kaminali for not working, but quite happily sits in Ziggy's chat while she sits there increasingly breaking the springage of her already knackered recliner. I have a card reading for you, Ziggy.
Oh boy. You hate shit.
In the cards. It's got to be true, right?
I take my hat off to you that you didn't die of shame while reading out the comment that somebody suggests these other people get a job. I mean, my God, you really are shameless.
Pearl, can you put that up one more time? Just one more time. Please. You ain't shit. I love you. The end.
Most accurate reading Ziggy will ever get.
And again, I know I keep bringing this up, but the dog has a reaction every time Ziggy lies, and it's a certain reaction. It's arr, 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 arr. That is one pissed off Pomeranian.
That dog is dying to do an expose interview. If any of you speak dog,
maybe we could have Grismo meet with that dog.
Grismo. Yes, that's it.
It's a great idea.
Get a jerk exclusive.
Let's work out a play date.
It'll be a members only.
Yep.
Grismo and that dog, I don't know its name. Pissed off.
And Athena too.
Yes.
Baxter. I think its name is Baxter. I don't even watch Ziggy. How do I know that?
Different lawyers, and I know one personally. Yeah, I know that Allie was his nurse. Usually doesn't get not usually right away, Sylvia. But with methadone, they are more strict about. At least when I was on Suboxone in West Virginia, they were more strict about the rules with methadone, especially you especially could not have drugs in your system. I mean, of course you couldn't anyways but with methadone, they were much more strict about it and had like a zero policy or zero tolerance policy or whatever, because of the effects that methadone has when mixed with other drugs. It's a common drug that people overdose all the time with methadone and like Xanax.
Again, I don't know what she's talking about. She's not a doctor, a nurse, or any type of sobriety person. So this public service announcement, this ain't from us. This is from Ziggy.
For instance, all the freaking time. It's really common. Next person is.
Cindy, darling, we've already dragged, bagged, and tagged us. Don't worry about it. She's done.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, don't you worry, Cindy. You just rewind. We got this, girl. Don't you worry.
Cam was in hospital for a drunk driving accident, if I remember correctly, how they met. It was from unless they told different stories to people. I heard the story. The story I heard is that, and I heard it from them, directly is that they met in rehab. That Allie was his nurse. That's probably, well, I'm guessing she probably had to quit working there because of their relationship. Hey, maybe I'm 6. Do I take drug tests while I was walking with Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you. Thank you. Remember.
Have I ever said how much I hate dead air?
And YouTube, CPS, and others yet were on the hill way before they started a channel. Were they?
Anyway,
were they really?
This is just.
They had gone to.
Do you want to go to 1 hour 13 minutes?
Yeah.
This is just if you can just pause a sec. This is a bunch of just like concentrated bullshit and misinformation. Over the bits that we've skipped over, we've had close-up pictures of Cam's hands and her medical speculation about that. Pictures of Cam and Ali's faces taken over something like a 16-month period. She discusses the whole Cher business with Cher coming on White Boy Lockdown and saying that you left your brother for dead. Then there's a whole argument with some people saying, oh, it's just that he OD'd and Cam wasn't there when he was found, but Cam had been there earlier in the day. And some people saying that the guy died and some people saying that he didn't. It's just endless speculation. Going forward, there's going to be speculation in the chat, which we may or may not get to, depending on how much more of this we can stick, which I'll be honest, I don't feel like I can stick much more. Talking about, because of Ali, the way that Ali looks and that she's coloured her hair, is she working in the streets? Has he got her out there working to provide money for him? So it's just a mess of nasty speculation. But this is something that we're going to talk about now at 1 hour 13 minutes. That isn't really relevant to the Cam and Ali situation or the Cindy situation, but we've heard her say it several times, and I'm just done with it, and I've got to say something.
No, she does.
Jesse, when I saw those pictures, where was I? Was it Justin's that I saw it today? A picture of the dogs or something. It was on TBI website. All these dogs laying in 110's yard. I don't know. And I just look at them and they look, and their eyes, their little eyes look like Athena. And it just makes me so sad. Because I have
Summer Wells's face on this program. I wouldn't do it. But you all know, picture in your mind now. If you close your eyes, you can see Summer Wells's face, okay? Can you picture her big blue eyes? Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. When she looks at Athena, her dog, she sees Summer's eyes.
And she has said this several times, not just on this live. Yeah.
Now,
that doesn't look like Summer's eyes to me.
No.
These are a range of pictures from different ages that Athena has been. I have nothing against Athena. Wish Athena nothing but a healthy, long life. Hope she manages to escape out the gate one day, find somebody who'll look after her and never come back. But anyway, when you look into those eyes, do you see Summer Wells?
No.
I've got to be honest here. Cute as Athena is, Athena's eyes do not match. They don't match in size. They don't match in colour. I don't remember Summer Wells having wonky eyes.
No,
I don't
her
remember
eyes
Summer
were not
Wells.
wonky.
I don't remember Summer eyes having the eyes top left of Athena, which are the squinty, angry, dark eyes. Nothing about any of these eyes say Summer Wells to me. What Ziggy is saying when she says that Athena's eyes remind her of Summer Wells' eyes is, please remember, I got this dog from the Wells property.
That's exactly.
This was
She
a dog
acts like it's
that wasn't
Wells' lineage.
conceived. Yes, this dog wasn't conceived until after Summer disappeared, but somehow I'm going to make it Summer's dog, even to the point that they shared the same eyes.
That's it.
Anyway, my Cash App is, Ziggy,
Yes.
you grifting bitch, will you stop putting this poor girl's name in your mouth and connecting it with your dog? The dog deserves better and Summer Wells deserves better. I'd say sit down and shut up, but you're already sitting down. Just shut up.
Yeah, just shut up. You have
Before
said
you-
this so many times about the dog in Summer. It's
Oh, man.
weird. What's wrong?
I wanted while that picture was still up, I wanted to, since Soup speaks dog and all now, the top left corner, what's Athena saying?
This house sucks. Say I look like Summer one more time.
Thank you. I needed that.
Look at that one, though. Look at Pearl. That petty Pearl. Look at that one picture of its ears. Pearl said, I have nothing against Athena. Hope you escape out the gate. Oh, God. Pearl. But yeah, she has said this on several live streams. We've all heard her. It's weird, the comparison between the dog and Summer. It's like Tanga said. It's like it's the Wells lineage or something. It's a dog.
Look, I have got no problem with people referring to their dogs as their babies, or talking about fur babies, or adoring them in the same way as they adore children. I love dogs being spoiled. It is not a problem for me. I think it is really, really weird when you try to insinuate that in some way this dog was related to Summer.
Bubblegum.
Please don't. It's weird.
Bubblegum's just desperate for me to do a lottie. Don't bash my jaw. Okay, I'm gonna be good now.
I need to tell you, while we're talking about over-entitled people, Ziggy and Heidi, salute. Soup has gone full YouTube. It's not bad enough that she started calling this a community rather than a sector. But earlier today, while she was in the shower and she had the voice chat on, she's got so Hollywood that she won't even do her own singing in the shower. And Bugsy said we all have to sing to Soup while she's in the shower. That's how Hollywood Soup has gone.
It was
don't
lovely.
like to share this with you, but there you go.
And Pearl's son. Oh, it was funny. I have not went Hollywood.
I was like, what in the heck is happening right now?
Super
I loved
famous.
You have a defragment. He's so cute. I love his barking. We should make a video for an hour long of him barking. I would watch it a million times. My daughter just came in and stole him. Well, if he's in the military, they take his DNA right away, so it'd be on file if needed. I was watching him on Likeway last night and was totally freaked out by Allie's transformation. That's what a lot of people are saying. But I'm trying to also she did just first wake up, and who knows, she could have fell asleep in her makeup and it could have been all over her eyes. You know what I mean? I don't think she wasn't like expecting to be on camera in her defense, but I understand a lot of people think that she looks like shockingly different. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell. Her hair is shockingly different, but I mean, I dyed my hair blue and all kinds of colors there for a while, so. Her face is saggy from extreme weight loss. You think she lost tons of weight? I saw a picture where she and her daughter were there for his graduation. She and the daughter. What's that? What do you mean for what? Those are hair, fake nails, that makeup. I'm telling you, Reexamining lines as far as money for drugs. Gosh, I really hope not. But see, that it doesn't even make sense to me why they would even have done all that. I don't understand why they didn't stay on the channel. Maybe it was just because.
That was not me. I don't know what Ziggy done. If she turned up the mic or swallowed it right there, that was not me.
I don't know whether you caught what was up on the screen there. Somebody saying that because of the way that Ali's got her hair done and her nails and the makeup, that therefore she's a streetwalker. Nice misogyny there. God forbid anybody should make any choices about the way they look. And this becomes a continuing theme. I really, really don't want to continue much more of this.
Okay,
unless
good.
people really, really want to. But I'll give you the edited highlights of comments in the chat. We have this whole, she looks like a streetwalker. That's a continuing theme from several people. We have somebody saying that she looks like a working girl. Somebody saying that the way things are going, he's going to end up robbing a store. Somebody saying, well, they haven't hit rock bottom yet. And somebody else replying with, well, rock bottom looks like it's going to be 6 feet under. That was OCU. Nice comment. I see you're all really concerned about them and wish them well. Again, more working girl comments. There's a whole another half an hour of this where she just doesn't make a single solid point and the chat are just vile. And of course, eventually then we have an appearance by Lippy telling everybody that, as usual, she was always right. She's always right. She knows these things. And my answer to that is, Lippy, if anybody has got the most fragile of glass houses and shouldn't be throwing stones, it's you, darling. You really need to consider the things that you get involved in.
For real. Like you got to change your content on the mood that Tiffany's in.
So
I do actually. Tits is asking us to go back to the 2-minute 45-minute mark, and I know exactly why she's asking for that.
Okay,
I have it as a separate clip that I kept for us. Do you want me to quickly grab it for you so you don't have to go back on the live?
Sure, or I can go back.
No, okay. Let me get it because it will just be the bit that we want.
Okay. And, it's Tanga knows why.
Well, while she's doing that, I just want to add that some of those people that are commenting, the awful comments that they made, are sitting in chats with creators that claim to be in recovery.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the thing. The chances are that Cam and Ali won't necessarily hear or see the awful comments that you've said and made in that chat. But all the people that you know who've struggled with substance abuse almost certainly did. They know what you think now. Anyway, on a lighter note, Ziggy explains what happened to the chair and why there's a noise.
I'm live here on my schedule allotted time. Have you guys? Can you guys still hear that? You can hear that, like that's in my recliner. It's like a spring is like I don't know. I need to turn it over. Hey, Lolly, or Beautifully Broken, Joy. Hey, Kathy, Jazzy. You don't hear it? You don't hear that?
Sounds like pots and pans clanging.
I don't know what exactly that is. One time I sat to, I broke the chair. I sat and broke it. Oh, my fat butt broke it. No, I sat down too heavy on it, you know. I plopped down and then I heard something like kind of pop or something, and it's been doing that ever since.
Whoa.
A banjo. Hey, kind of like that. A musical instrument. We have to look at we have to be optimistic about it. Look on the good or the positive side. You broke the toilet seat once? Oh no, that would be embarrassing.
Why do people do that? You know, I know people like that just plop down on furniture.
Just throw their legs out from under themselves.
It's so exhausting, you know, sitting back down again after sitting down all day. You just got to flop back, and you just don't have the energy to sit properly.
Now the chair's broke.
It really sounded like somebody was in another room with pots and pans, banging them together.
I thought
I love the way that she says at the end that admitting that you broke a toilet seat is embarrassing, but admitting that you broke a whole chair, that's fine.
Yeah. No,
Totally fine. Yeah.
I just
nothing to see here, folks.
And I know people like that, and that drives me crazy. Like, what? Why did you flop down on my furniture like that? Now, see, now we got problems. I hate that. God.
Hey, Stars, can you pass a basket around chat so we can start collecting to get Ziggy a new chair?
Oh, somebody over there will. They'll pass the offering plate around. Flip flop.
Yeah, my younger son was the same, Tits. He used to come in and it was like somebody had sniper shot him, and all power over his limbs had completely gone, and he just collapsed backwards. Words were passed, and yeah, he stopped.
Lenny. Yes, Lenny, and you were late. A whole hour and a half almost. But we're here. Yeah, Ziggy, girl, I don't care what you go live earlier and say. I might go live in the morning to roast you. I don't know. I was ready to go live at 6 this morning, 10 o'clock this morning, 2 o'clock this evening. Okay? I've been ready. You're completely weird. You getting on here talking about Cam and Allie, talking about somebody scamming. Girl, you ain't the one to be talking about that. I
mean, I thought that there have been a few creators who've made a very good point that this endless speculation doesn't do any good. If you have any concern for Cam and Ali at all, now's not the time to be piling dirt on top of them. The whole thing is a shit show. No one is defending the way that they asked for money. Believe me, we are not.
God,
we came to you months ago and we said, we firmly believe now that we can't stand behind them. So if you're continuing to support them, that has to be on your own choice. Do not base it off believing that we still support them, because we can't. Nope. And that was because people had come to us, come into our lives and had offered them great opportunities. We tried to help them get to a point where they could make use of these opportunities. And every single turn, there was an issue that they couldn't do something, they couldn't get to the place where it would get better. And always, 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 the answer was money. And while initially we were supportive of that, and we were always willing, like trying to sort out the whole license situation, there was never going to be a problem with us putting money together to help him do that. But he could just never, ever do it. He could never do the work because I don't know what it was, but there was always this bottom line of he knew in a way that we didn't, that he was not willing to change his life.
Yeah.
He hadn't reached that point yet. And so eventually we just had to stop that level of communication with him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not... It's really difficult because I don't want to see them hurt, but I'm also not going to be taken for a fool. Now it's reached the stage where I genuinely worry about their continuing survival. And at that stage, regardless of how you feel about them or how you feel about anything that they've done, if you have any humanity in you, you don't want to put your foot on their neck. They're already struggling. They need to be at the point where they make a decision, and now it's in their hands. There is not a single thing another person on this earth can do. The only people who have any power are Cam and Ali, deciding that they no longer want to live this life and they need to make a change. That's the only thing that's going to help.
Exactly, Pearl. And both things are not going to help them. Continuing to support them financially will not help them. It will harm them. And I believe continuing to publicly humiliate them will harm them too. There's no winning here.
No. And there wasn't a single constructive thing in that live that Ziggy did. I will say that I personally did not see any helplines dropped in the chat. If you did, please correct me. I wasn't aware that anybody did. But like I say, I'm open to being corrected. It concerns me that it was just endless speculation and gossip and enjoying talking about it. I'm not saying that they enjoy where Cam and Ali are. I'm saying that they enjoy the drama that surrounds it and were taking part in that drama.
Yeah.
And it was just distasteful.
Yeah. And you can see it in this sector. That means that they're salivating at this, you know. So, yeah, I just happen to see it for what it is, you know. A lot of it is performance. But yeah. Cam, Allie, if you're out there listening, honestly, just please, love of everything, walk away from YouTube. Not even shorts, not community walls, nothing. Just walk away. YouTube ain't going to help you.
Go walk into a recovery center and check in. Please.
I do want to say, though, one of the things that I found really awful was there's speculation that things were, were going to get even worse. He's going to rob a store, and end up in jail or killed. She's a working girl. They're both going to be dead, all this sort of thing. Everybody knows these are realities that could happen, that they do happen to people who find themselves in the grips of addiction. Nobody's a fool. Nobody's looking at this through rose-tinted glasses. But do you need to say it?
Do you have to speak it into the universe?
There are people out here doing the work every single day. I can see 4 or 5 of them right now in this chat, the names going by. People who have worked on themselves and do the work every day. And it can be done. Recovery is possible, not just sobriety, recovery. Actually finding out the heart of what it is that helped draw you into that situation, because it's not always just about dependency. Something happened that created a situation where you filled a gap with dependency on a substance.
Yeah.
There are people who have done the work, and they are evidence that you could do this. Sobriety and survival and recovery are all possible, but it can only be done by your choice. But I don't want anyone to think that it's purely a one-way street. Yeah, we know that the figures of people actually managing to make lifelong recovery are not great, but they do get better every year. Now that people have found medical treatments for addiction that allow them to get to a place where they can do the psychological and emotional work, that is a great thing. It can be done. Please don't look down on anybody who has managed to pull themselves out of that, because seriously, you can't imagine the strength that some of these people have. And I hate to think of how it must feel to work your sobriety and work your recovery and see the way that people are talked about, people who were in the situation that you were in. Please stop making people feel worthless.
It's weird. It's you know what? That's a weird thing to shame. Also, it really is. You don't come off looking good in that. You come off looking really just uneducated, and I don't know. There's so many things wrong with it.
I just want to say to them that, through some of the stuff that they did early on in their channel and their they have it in them. They have it in them. It's going to be hard work to get through recovery, but they have it in it. It'll be hard, but they can do it. I know they can do it. They have to believe that, and they have to want that. But I really hope that they want that.
Well, we'll see. Only in time will we see. And I hope they do too. And I really hope that people stop letting them on your panels, stop giving them money, stop exploiting the situation. Let's just let it go.
No, Luca, has she scammed again? Almost certainly, but that's not what we're talking about because we don't have any
Right.
evidence. We're talking about her rehashing the old situation and using the situation around Kaminali to rewrite history and defend herself. So as long as she's going to try and rewrite history, we're going to make sure that the facts are out there.
Yeah, and she's got a new set of subscribers, and some of them used to be over here and over there and over yonder talking about how horrible it was what she done to Ziggy, or I'm sorry, Cindy, and now they're over there apologizing to her. But we've seen that before. I mean, yeah.
And I want to say, while people are out here and the focus seems to be on substance dependency that involves medications, drugs, either street drugs or doctor prescribed drugs, some of these people who are talking about this are people who will be spending their money gambling or overindulging in alcohol, as if that's not also a massive issue. It's very easy to displace your own feelings about your own reliances on things by attacking other people, like suddenly feeling that, oh, well, I'm not so bad because I'm not injecting anything. I'm not buying stuff off the street. There are levels to this. You know in your heart of heart if you've got a problem with the way that you rely on something. So instead of projecting that out, this might be an opportunity for a lot of people to re-examine their own relationship with things that they're dependent on. And we could all do with a bit of self-examination. I really hope they get some help.
Me too.
I will say that I do know, I'm not going to go into any details, I'm certainly not going to show any pictures, but way back when the children were first taken into living in a different house with different people who were in the family, I did see images of them very happy and smiley and clean and in costume and going to a school event. And I believe that they are in a happy and safe place. I know that Kaminali choose to see that in a different way. Well, they know what they have to do. If you want to be back as the parents of those children, then you have to be the parents of those children. And that requires a certain level of commitment and behaviour change from you. Nobody else can do that. And I want to have a shout out. I know that this is not an easy subject for a lot of people in this chat and on this panel to talk about. People who have got family members who have successfully come away from the problem and not successfully and have ended up losing their lives. This is not an easy thing to talk about. Yeah, we're talking about it because Ziggy makes us talk about it. We would have had to probably say something about the Kaminali situation because it's everywhere and because to a certain extent we did have some involvement in it in the past. But this is such a widespread problem. So many people know of this through family members and friends that either they've seen recover or that they've lost. I hate seeing it cheapened by people in the chat who just seem to be getting some sort of kick out of thinking about just how bad it could get, even worse than it is now. Oh, they're almost gleeful. What is wrong with you?
I know. Seen a lot of strange comments, Pearl.
I just want to say now is the time. If they really want this, now is the time. While the kids are safe and somewhere else. Well, you say you're homeless. You don't have a home. You haven't jobs. Now's the time to check in. check into inpatient treatment. It might work. If you want it.
That's the
This
thing.
is the
I
perfect
don't really
time.
think they're interested right now.
No.
They're just not.
Then, yeah.
It would be the
and that's
time.
sad. Yeah, it would be perfect time.
It would be the perfect time if that's what they wanted. But they've got to want it. No, we can want it so much for them, but they've got to want it.
Mhm.
And that's the hardest thing, is to see somebody else not want it when you want it so bad for them.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I hate to, but I'm going to jump down because it's snowing out, and I'm going to go.
You can go play in the snow.
I might. But I love y'all.
love you,
Y'all have
Sue.
a wonderful.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
I am going to make a request that I'm sure Wee Frosty is going to want. You're going to, I don't care how big or small it is, because I don't know how much snow you're getting, but she is going to want a snowman. You need to go and gather up enough snow to make, even if it's a wee tiny one, and take a picture of it for her. I already know.
It's going to be so tiny. What if it stops here soon?
You better get out there and get it done.
Well,
I thought snowmen were your thing, Elsa.
Cold never bothered me anyway.
Wee Frosty.
Karen didn't bother. Karen didn't bother her anyway.
Karen never bothered her anyway. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did. I developed a whole spray.
Oh, God. Well, let me see what I can do, with your high demands.
No, you wouldn't deprive a poor sick woman of a snowman in a time of need.
Right.
We hope that's the way.
And while we're on the topic, Tanga, it's been snowing at your house all day.
We'll see what
it has, but there was so much rain here previous to that it'll be gone by morning.
Oh, and to clarify,
you better get out there tonight. She's going to want a naked snowman from you.
Snowman with boobies.
Just to clarify, we wants an upside down snowman with his little feet sticking up. With socks
that would be
on.
easy.
Yeah, with socks
See, that
on.
would be easy.
Yeah, there's a picture in the Discord in case you need a picture to go buy soup.
You wouldn't need much snow for that.
Soup left already.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
And can I say that if you want some more inspirational and helpful information about this whole subject, on the screen now, 6 Up is going to be scheduling a live about this subject that she has personal experience of and is knowledgeable about, and is always a good listen. So subscribe. You won't hear any speculation about how terrible things are going to get for them. You will be hearing reality and hope. Equal amounts of both.
I think everybody wants to know how they can be actually be helpful instead of enabling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be an excellent live. Oh, well, focus on solutions. We need an upside down snowman picture from you.
With little red and white striped socks, little black shoes.
Here we are. We accept all snow persons, no matter how big or small, especially the naughty ones. You're welcome.
While we're talking about naughty things, I'll have to get the image when it's published, but I gather congratulations are in order for Perp, who managed to win the competition to design the logo for the Iowa State Fair.
Oh, that's right.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job.
Congratulations, Perp.
She doesn't watch us, so.
Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody will tell her.
There's that.
Are you going to show the image?
I inadvertently forgot to save it. I'll bring it another night.
Oh, man!
as I was
set it up
halfway through
perfectly.
saying it, I know. As I was halfway through saying it, I thought, shizen, I haven't got the image. Yeah, we'll come back to it. I can make the joke again. Forget I said anything. You didn't hear anything.
Okay, we didn't hear
At
nothing.
the
It's a
risk of
secret.
being incredibly too much information, I need to leave now. Unfortunately, the thing that I'm leaving for will take me a substantial amount of time that it will be after 1 o'clock. So I'm going to have to say my goodbyes now.
Can you put it on the community page?
That's a great idea. Yes, I will
We
do
could
that.
do that.
Yeah.
Tune into the community page to see
Have a good night,
the
Pearl.
logo she designed.
Good night, Pearl. Love
Good
you.
night.
Good night, Pearl.
Good night, Pearl. Right, Lenny? And we has been hiding in the wee bushes. See? I think it'll be a fantastic live. I think everybody wonders when you see somebody struggling, what can we do that would help? Ladies, you can't all be on mute. We've talked
No,
about
not
this.
on mute.
I'm not on mute.
KK. Only if she can use.
She definitely would. The answer is yes.
But she has to have one of Chris's warming, whatever you call it, holders.
I don't think KK knows about that. But if it's blue, it would be perfect.
Oh. Then send that picture to Purple.
There's your answer, KK. Back. She says, yes.
We talked a little bit this morning, and we'll be back on Wednesday. And then Christmas is this weekend, so we'll be live on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at some point, too. That way everybody has somewhere to hang out.
Those will be probably pretty chill lives unless something really crazy pops off for the holiday. But hopefully we'll just have a good time and hang out.
Sorry, we won't have music, but we may try to sing to you. Well, maybe Pearl can.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to sing, Bugsy.
No,
That's awesome.
No. I can see the elephant foot and trunk.
Sure, Chris. Sure. Oh, we will be coming up and singing Jingle Balls for everybody. So that'll be nice.
In her little
Focus.
voice.
It was good to see you too, honey.
Hopefully she has a voice in.
Oh, we love you.
Thank you, Carla, for being here. I'm glad to see you, Focus. Yes, you're a demon. Chris, you're the devil. Hi, the Jab.
Hey, Jab.
What is this candle I got? It smells so good. Strawberry pound cake.
There it is. Pearl went and got it real quick.
Oh my gosh.
So
we
again,
need the little pigeon sitting on top.
I can't believe you didn't put yourself there in the logo somewhere. We looked, but we didn't see a pigeon.
Yes, we do.
We have a blast in there. Way too much fun.
Hi, Fox Mulder.
And I think we laughed the hardest, like in the middle of the explain it to her, and
it's not the same.
It's not the same. It's like one of those things. You had to be there.
And I miss a lot of it too.
I'm never there in the middle of the night either. I miss all the fun stuff.
You are missing some of the yeah. Well, I'm back 3 hours in some of you, so it isn't nearly as late for me as it is for y'all. Tits is there, middle of the night.
She didn't used to be up in the middle of the night.
Oh, but she
Now
has
she
been
is.
like for some of the funniest stuff.
No, Sapito, it's a joke. Lord.
What happened?
Sapito was asking if Perp actually won.
Oh, no. That was just a joke. She didn't design that. It was a joke.
Yeah, your schedule is crazy, but it gets crazy towards the end of the month, too. Busy, busy, busy. Yes, Pearl can sing.
We learned that Pearl can sing. That is for darn sure.
Pearl can sing.
Probably should be like, what? They have hot dogs at the fair? It would be dancing, though. I bet it would be dancing. She sent you something, 6. Do you guys have anything else for tonight?
Not for tonight.
I don't.
No.
Then are we ready to close it out? Because you know how we hate dead air.
Sure.
Right?
All right, then. On that
Good night,
note,
everyone.
good night, everyone. And
Good
like just talk.
night.
There we go.
We'll see you Wednesday.
Good night,
Night, everyone.
everybody.
Wednesday we'll be here.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.
Good night.